Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Noles will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Virginia's offense will go on the attack first. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Lanning. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Caught behind the line. It's Dahl. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
We'll give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Rolls it in. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The Cavaliers have their offense in high gear. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cavaliers will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The Seminoles offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and it's just a nightmare matchup, and, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for room. It's Watt. Turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Lanning. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cavaliers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah.
There he goes! Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wilson will throw. Quickly to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Leaves it with the back. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pick up of 10 and the first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They're going to ride this running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown Seminoles. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to the back. Makes a man miss. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Hand off from the shotgun. Nice move there. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Pulls and fired complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cavaliers are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Lanning.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Cavaliers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the catch. It's Lanning. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Handoff to the single back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just feeds the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Wilson to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. And this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Holds and fires complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Looking to throw on first down. Pucks it out of the air. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. That last completion sets him up on second down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. Nestled just inside that right upright. That brings him to within 1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Nebraska is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up 14 over Colorado. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, great. That is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Hand off to the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Spears. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. They'll send the back in motion. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Dahl. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Back to pass on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snags it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Virginia. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wilson will throw. He's got him. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 10. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Caught. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. On the run, it's Rock. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Wilson to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johns. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Seminoles are on the move. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Noles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that seemed a little off at the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's John. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against men.
Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. And the extra point gives them the lead of 14-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Washington State is getting dominated today. And friends, the folks in Pullman deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to Washington. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Now they'll run it to the right here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They punt it away on fourth down. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Gets the back moving. Wilson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Johns. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When you're defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Third down play from the gun. Catch in the middle. It's Lanning. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Cavaliers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to sneak it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And, David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Powers through the defender. A solid drive working, but now looking at second and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He'll set up to throw. Working that left side now. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the returner is stopped. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wilson to pass. Hauls it in. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
He's got it. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wilson will throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Unloads quickly. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Still on his feet at the 45. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lanning. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field.
Hold on.
Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Power football with the run. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
6th play of the drive coming up. Give to the running back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That'll cut this lead down to 5. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
The give as they work on that clock. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Takes a handoff. It's dropped. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Seminoles are flying down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Past the first down marker and still running. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. The Noles enter the final minute with the lead. The give to the back. Turning it on! Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll try the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the give off the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time player.